Hello, everyone. So I am officially back. I know I've been gone for quite a few weeks, but I was in the middle of exams, preparing to write my final set of exams for my undergrad degree, and also too I had to finish my final paper. So I had a lot going on over the last few weeks, and so I was MIA. But I'm back officially. And today I would like to discuss a topic that I guess I have had experience with in many, many different ways in all parts of my life, at different points in my life. And I felt that it was a topic that needed some discussion. And today I'm going to call it What Gives Her the Right? Good. Now, we know that, women over the years, decades ago, a long time ago, had to tolerate a lot in their lives because men were seen as the dominant members of the household. They were the ones who had to, well, they were the ones who were given the right to do a lot of things, and we basically had no rights. And while I am quite appreciative of all of these women who sacrificed to give us the ability to do so many things, the right to so many things, the right to choice, the right to, life, the right to many, many things in life, just getting an education, being able to have a job, all of this has, of course, impacted us meaningfully, and it has opened the way for so many women to do so much that they couldn't do before. And if it wasn't for that, I'm so happy in the time I was born because I didn't have to fight for these rights. And while there are still lots of improvements that can be made, I also think that a lot has been done. Now, this brings me to what I would like to talk about. And don't get me wrong, as I said, I really appreciate all what we can do now, right? However, I wonder how far can we take it? How far should we take it? And how much, or to what point will our rights infringe on the rights of others? Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Simply because many, many women believe that their children are theirs alone. And they believe that it is their right to have sole custody, sole ability to care for their children. Now, while I do understand the nurturing instinct of many women, not all, some of us just aren't born with it. But while I understand that, yes, we are the ones who carry the children for 9 months, does that mean, though, that the fathers of these children don't share equal right to them? And the reason I ask that is because a lot of women believe that when they have ended, or maybe they have not been the ones to end a relationship, but if the man decides to end the relationship with them, they are of the opinion that they have more of a right to that child than the father does. Now, while I do agree that if this father is an abusive spouse or significant other, there is the high possibility that the father could also be abusive to the child, then I can understand a woman trying to prevent, maybe not prevent, I wouldn't even say that they have a right to prevent the father from seeing that child, because there are procedures in place that governments put in place to ensure that if this man was an abusive father or husband, that they would give this father visiting rights to the child with somebody there, somebody else in the presence of the father and the child, while, well, they call it supervised visitation rights. So the father can still see the child and is not completely taken away from this child's life. Because whether we want to accept it or not, whether we believe it or not, can you possibly tell me that having two parents who love you is not better than just one parent who loves you? That cannot possibly be right. Granted, if one parent decides to put themselves out of the life of the child, then of course you do the best you can. Whichever parent it is raising that child as a single parent, you do the best that you can. But if a father has not taken himself out of the life of his child, what right does a woman have to take a child, a father, out of a child's life? I personally don't see any right to that. Right. Now, another thing is that women tend to believe, some women, of course, don't get me wrong, some women tend to believe that it is okay to use a child as a weapon to a father. So, you have decided to leave me. As a man, let's say, you've decided to leave me. Is it right? Do I have that right to say, well, because you left me, you left your family? No, you left me. You didn't leave your child. Because if any partner is unhappy in a relationship, are you telling me that because that partner is afraid that he may never get to see his child again, that he should remain in an unhappy relationship where it's not even healthy for the child anyway, because he or she is afraid that if they leave, they may never see their child again? No child should be used as a weapon. No child. Right. Vice versa. If the woman decides, I've had it, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, I'm going to leave this man, are you telling me now that this person doesn't have a right to his child? What gives us as women the right to decide whether a man should be a part of his child's life? That is up to the man. And even then, this man would need some serious help if he decides to leave his child. But it is not up to us women. It is not up to us to claim that we love our children and then use them as a weapon. No child should be a weapon. No child is a weapon. And women need to stop doing that. Why should a man or a woman, I'm speaking on women now, right? But why should, let's take it at the women's standpoint. Why should a man have to go and pay lawyers' fees to be able to see his child that he wants to see? He wants to be a part of this child's life. And we deny him that? We deny a good father the right to his child for what? Does it give us a badge to claim that we are single parents and we're strong because we have raised children by ourselves? Isn't that a little bit selfish, ladies? Isn't it a little bit selfish to take away part of this child because we are angry with the father? What gives us that right?